Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the heart of the countryside, there lived a man named Ethan. He was a solitary figure who had lived most of his life in seclusion, finding solace in the simplicity of his secluded cottage. But as the years went by, Ethan's loneliness started to take its toll, and he realized that he needed a companion, someone to share his days with. On a bright sunny morning, Ethan embarked on a journey in search of a loyal and loving friend. He arrived at the local animal shelter, hoping that fate would guide him to his perfect match. As he walked through the rows of cages, his heart ached for all the abandoned creatures looking up at him with hopeful eyes. Finally, Ethan's eyes landed on a small, scrappy dog named Max, who was sitting quietly in the corner of his pen. There was a certain sadness in Max's eyes, as if he had been neglected and rejected by the world. Ethan felt an instant connection and decided that this was the dog he had been looking for. Max's tail wagged cautiously as Ethan approached. He knelt down and extended his hand, showing Max that he had nothing to fear. The dog sniffed Ethan's palm and slowly, a spark of trust ignited within him. With a gentle pat on the head, Ethan whispered, "You and me, Max. Let's embark on this adventure together." From that day on, Ethan and Max became inseparable. They explored the sprawling countryside, traversing through lush green meadows and winding paths. Max would bound ahead, his tail wagging in excitement, while Ethan followed along, his heart filled with newfound joy. But their adventures weren't limited to just the countryside. Ethan and Max started frequenting the local park, where they encountered all kinds of people. Ethan, once a recluse, found himself engaging in conversations and sharing stories with fellow dog owners, each canine acting as a bridge connecting souls. Max, with his playful and friendly nature, easily won the hearts of everyone he met. He even became a welcome visitor at a nursing home nearby, bringing smiles to the faces of lonely residents. Ethan noticed how Max's presence brightened up their otherwise gloomy days, and he realized the true power of companionship. As the seasons changed, Ethan and Max's bond grew stronger. They spent evenings curled up by the fireplace, Ethan reading while Max rested his head on his lap. In the warmth of their shared love, the fibers of their hearts intertwined, creating an unbreakable bond. One fateful day, Ethan received a call that would shake their world. His aging mother had fallen seriously ill, and he needed to rush to her side. Ethan stared at Max, his heart heavy with worry. He couldn't bear the thought of leaving his faithful companion behind, but he knew he had to do what was best for his mother. With a heavy sigh, he reluctantly packed his bags. As Ethan prepared to leave, Max sensed his restlessness and confusion. He nudged his head against Ethan's leg, trying to assure him that everything would be all right. Tears streamed down Ethan's face as he bid his loyal companion farewell, promising to return as quickly as possible. Weeks turned into months, and Ethan's mother slowly recovered. In her presence, Ethan found comfort and strength, knowing that she needed him just as much as Max did. He thought of Max constantly, picturing his wagging tail and joyful bark. Finally, the day arrived for Ethan to return home. Anticipation filled his heart as he drove back to his humble cottage. Upon arrival, his eyes widened in surprise. There, waiting faithfully on the porch, was Max, his tail wagging wildly. Overwhelmed with emotion, Ethan rushed to Max's side, kneading his fur as he showered him with affection. It turned out that Max had escaped from the shelter and made an extraordinary journey across miles and unfamiliar terrain, guided only by unyielding love and loyalty. From that day forward, Ethan and Max shared an unbreakable bond, stronger than ever before. Their story spread through the town, inspiring others to value friendship and cherish the connections that bring meaning to life. Ethan's once solitary existence was transformed by the love of a dog, teaching him that sometimes the greatest adventures are the ones we embark on with a loyal companion by our side. Max, the little scrappy dog, had not only found a home but had helped Ethan find his place in the world, a world where love, loyalty, and friendship flourished.